What's up, dudes? How's it going today? dakblake here. Today, we're looking at Hello Neighbor 3. That's right. I didn't even expect this to happen. It is already time to talk about this. It is so cool. It is crazy as well because Hello Neighbor, I played it when it was 2016. That's like 8 years ago. It changed the channel. I mean, it changed my life, honestly. I played this game. I ended up modding it and meeting Kokisco, and now we mod like everything together. And it's crazy to see that now here we are talking about this new game. I'm excited. I feel like there's a lot to talk about. I just sat for the last 2 hours doing research, trying to catch myself back up. It is so cool. So I know you're probably asking yourself right now, there's at least one of you that's like, wait, didn't they not even finish Hello Neighbor 2? I feel like there's definitely some critiques for Hello Neighbor 2, and it is just, it's such a combination of like, there's really good things that they did, but there's also other things that I'm like, I wish they did better. And you know what's weird is like, I feel like the things I want the most out of Hello Neighbor 3 is I want every item to be pick upable again, and I want there to just be kind of, you know, roaming around again, but also mod support. I feel like back in the day, Hello Neighbor 1, I love the mods, but I could be biased. I feel like I tend to just break games. I don't even really play them. I'm like, hey, you see that? See that window? I'm gonna throw the neighbor through the window. New video, throwing the neighbor through the window. But here it is. This is the Steam page. I am so excited. There is a lot to talk about. First of all, is that the original developer, Nikita Kolesnikov, I hope I butchered the name, but he is the original creator. So Nikita is the game designer and the creator of Hello Neighbor and Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek and the alpha builds of Hello Neighbor 2, which I think is Hello Guest. So what's crazy is like this new game is by the creator, and this could be promising. I feel like anybody who has like their own creation in their head, their own world that they're building, kind of when somebody else has to build the world, it gets a little jumbled. So I really like how Nikita is doing this third one. I also saw this comment. It says, so does this mean that Nikki is an insert of him? Which, like, that doesn't make sense. Nicky Roth could just be himself. But here we go. So this is a continuation off of Hello Neighbor 2. And I think where it ends is like we finally find Aaron in the attic. And the whole tragedy of the neighbor story, Theodore Peterson, he lost his wife, he lost his daughter, and now he's just trying to protect Aaron by hiding him in the basement. And then Nicky Roth ends up investigating. And then he's like, okay, I'll hide him in the museum. And then Quentin ends up investigating. He's like, please don't take my son, you know? So now I wonder, who is this? We have images here, and I did a lot of research, so I'll tell you kind of some answers, but I mean, the atmosphere is just kind of like, I don't know, it's just, it takes you in. It's going into more of the creepy route. I mean, you look at these pictures and oh my gosh, you can just see like somebody standing there. Could be a mannequin, I don't know. And then it gets to this. I feel like, I don't know why they all have the sign with like the happy face on it, but it is just creepy. I do love how like good it looks. It is just a major overhaul. So for those of you who are watching a lot of Hello Neighbor stuff and know a lot about the story, read the books, all that stuff, you'll probably recognize maybe where that character comes from. And it's originally from RBO or Ravenbrooks Online. But I think they were making this multiplayer Hello Neighbor type game where one person defends, the other people have to like break through. I think they canceled it in order to make Hello Neighbor 3. People are disappointed, but also I would rather play, I guess, a single player or more of a story-based thing against an NPC than I guess other people. I don't know, I guess that's just me though. I kind of just miss the original Hello Neighbor, where it's like you start in a house, there's another house, you're not forced to do anything. You could go into the house and, you know, take all the stuff if you want. I think that, I don't know. See, it's again, like, I want to pick up everything. But it says this game is currently in early development, taking place in a broken and destroyed Ravenbrooks. So I actually have some early footage of the game that's kind of the Ravenbrooks Online, but this is probably what we should watch first. This is the first devlog to kind of get us up to speed. This is the creator, Nikita. So let's see. What is he holding?
I want to lifelong journey to create a unique sandbox.
It's like a
where every
microphone, hold on,
decision
but
is
it's
the right
like
one.
taped up.
This is a diary.
Why am I so distracted? Okay. Hello Neighbor 3, devlog number 1. Okay.
So the first try with the game Hello
Okay.
Neighbor. You might have
Leaving
heard
in the mistakes,
a game
showing
where you sneak into
just
your
like
neighbor's
how
house,
it's just
guided by
chill,
AI
you know?
that learns from
Just
your
chill
actions.
development.
That learns from your actions. Okay.
Okay.
Even though the game did well, it was only a fraction of what was originally envisioned.
Oh, I hear
Being
sounds
first game,
which almost
it
feel
had
like
its
they were
quirks.
added.
With each new iteration,
I wonder if there's
tried
secrets
to
in here.
figure out the approach. So there was late night shift, no less guest.
Oh, wait. There were footsteps. I feel like they're trying to put in secrets in here.
The early alphas of Hello Neighbor 2 and the lesser known stuff like Rumble on the Mill and the Empty. In the most recent attempt at a search of a sandbox, I asked myself, can it be a multiplayer game?
Oh, that's the Ravenbrooks Online stuff.
With the help of a designer, we built something that was destined to become Hello Neighbor 3,
Oh.
an RBO prototype.
A game
Oh.
where you invade
Yeah,
other
so this is
players'
it.
houses, steal their stuff, and reinforce your own house to prevent them from doing the same.
Oh. See, maybe this is why
By the way,
people are a little bit disappointed
RBO stands
because
for
I think they canceled this
Ravenbrooks
part.
Online.
To take a next step and make it a full game, we reached out to great people at Irrigate Studios for help. Funny thing, there was a catch.
What? What was the catch? No, you can't just stop there. Come on, tell me now.
None of us developed an online game before. We
Oh.
started to working on a game codenamed RBO,
Building its world, mechanics, and figure out if it works at all.
You know, multiplayer games are really
Along
difficult.
the way, we shifted from competitive to cooperative gameplay.
That's good. I
where
feel like I like
friends
that.
Team up against AI instead of fighting each other.
I feel like that's important.
Idea was to eliminate toxicity
Oh, wow.
that might happen while playing against random people. And focus on a journey rather than destination.
Oh, wow. It's so weird. It has like the Hello
As we
Neighbor
dove deeper
vibe
into
too. I can see it.
we started to realize that we might not be able to pull this off in a reasonable amount of time. That's when I remembered an advice we had from a team of experienced online developers. They said,
What is hiding in those woods? Did you walk into the real Ravenbrooks? What is this?
don't do it seriously. At the time, it didn't
Okay.
sound like a great advice.
You know, sometimes funny games are better, you know?
What should we do? And most importantly, what can we do? There was one thing we could change. Make it a single-player game.
I honestly like the single player aspect. Not everything has to be multiplayer. I know that a lot of games are coming out and they're like, we need multiplayer.
Okay, so here's the idea. You find yourself in a half-abandoned town in the middle of nowhere. Yep, Ravenbrooks. Events unfold right before your eyes. If you decide to intervene, everything can be changed.
Whoa.
Because every character is driven by parameters and systems.
Okay, this sounds really complicated though. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it really quick. I think we only have like 30 more seconds. The thing is like, I think the critique of Hello Neighbor 2 is they really hyped up, like, this AI is a genius. This AI will figure everything out. This AI, and then it's like, people were like, all right, cool, so you're really pushing this AI. And I feel like it was kind of the same AI as the first game, but I love the AI. I love how glitchy the AI could be. I think it's just when you tell people, this is amazing, it's gonna be the best thing I ever made. It is kind of like if you were like, I'm making the best soup in the world. And then you're like hyping it up. You're like, this tastes so good. You're never gonna want any other soup again. I could only eat this soup for the rest of my life. And then you give it to somebody and they're like, yeah, this is just soup. Like, it tastes like it's from a can. But if you were like, hey, I have some soup and it's pretty good, then somebody's gonna be like, yeah, it's pretty good. So I don't know if I want to believe that there's gonna be like these crazy parameters where you could like change the course of the world in this game. I feel like I'm gonna imagine that it's gonna be very simple, just for my own expectations. All right, let's continue. This is some cool location stuff. Like, where do you find this?
I'll tell you more about our progress on Hello Neighbor 3. Its world, atmosphere, and the next prototype stage we're currently working on.
I'm excited.
I hope we'll be able to make this elusive sandbox before...
Huh. All right. So that's a lot of information. I feel like that devlog was more of like a storytelling device about how this is like a process. I think it was like his dream to make this like really complete game of like you go in, you try to kind of deal with this AI. And I do think that because it was pushed as like this AI masterpiece, I feel like people were really critical about it. I'm just excited for a new world where I could go through, have some fun. You know what's crazy as well? Kokosco's developed the AI for the neighbor in the Plays the Neighbor mod, or I guess the player. He developed the player to almost have crazy AI. It is, I don't know, Kokosco you can give him the code of like a really crazy AI. So, Kokosco also told me though, that there has been some teasers that have been given, so we're gonna go and look at those. So there are teasers for so many things originally for the RBO Ravenbrooks Online that have now been repurposed. We could just see so many things, like look at that. So this is some early footage, I think, of the game, and you could see it's a little bit more multiplayer based and a little bit less serious, you know, just kind of like having fun. I think these are some kind of familiarity for like Hello Guest almost, and like it's more of that creepy atmosphere. And we have this new character, which is like, oh, it's like a guy bending forward to, I don't know, is it for the cameras or something? Like, what's the point of this? Of like putting a sign on the top of your head. Oh, and here's some more. Wait, that's the player from RBO. So is this like an NPC then? Like, is this what's gonna like drag you forward? They look kind of the same. Is this a character saving his buddy and dragging him out? Or is this the villain? I don't know. So earlier in the devlog, he talked about Rumble on the Mill. I think this is Rumble on the Mill. Oh, so what is it? Is it like an old Hello Guest thing? What's really exciting is like, we had a lot of fun on those early alphas of Hello Guest, modding it, just breaking the game, doing a bunch of stuff, and those were all like just pre-alpha demos. I wonder how many demos we're gonna get for this new game, because like this almost looks like that, right? Also, I'm not really good on like knowing all of the story. How does the guest play a role in the story? I remember the theory back in the day was that Aaron was the guest, but then I don't think he is, right? Oh, he just picked up a whole light and he threw it. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. The guest can throw stuff. Oh, whoa. Is it, have I been watching this over and over? Or no, this is the same footage. I think you throw things at him? What? I am confused. So he is running. Yeah, he just picked it up again. Oh. This is very, very wonky, but I love that. That's the thing that I love about the Hello Neighbor stuff, is that you could glitch things out and get the AI to do stuff that like normally other games, they just don't let you do, you know, because like the AI will be like too on point. So back to the RBO gameplay, it's very low quality. I think it's just kind of, you know, test footage. This is what we also saw in that devlog of just the house, of running around, of trying to set up traps in the areas. Maybe I could like find another video and just pause it to look at. Hold on though. Ooh. This is another image of a generator placeholder, and this is a screenshot from the game. And man, if I looked at this from a distance, I would think this was real. That is insane graphics. Look at that. I do think that the stylization of this generator makes it look like it's a game, but if you almost covered it up, it would look like it was a picture from outside. That's the thing though, is like, do I want Hello Neighbor to be realistic, or do I want it to be a little bit cartoony? I don't know how I feel about it, because sometimes you go too cartoony and then it loses that creepy atmosphere. But then if you go too creepy, it's like, I don't know. We're going away from Hello Neighbor a little bit. Also, it's so funny. I'm just throwing so much information at you. I'm like, Hello Neighbor 3, canceled game review. The developer, me. And then now I'm just kind of looking at pictures. I don't know. You could be just sitting there eating some food and we're just talking together about Hello Neighbor 3. It's kind of crazy that in 2016 was when I first did that. That's 8 years ago. I think I was 19. That's crazy to be 19 all the way now to 27, and I don't know, this time is flying. So we have some more stuff. I don't know whether or not this is from old footage of Rumble on the Mill or if this is Hello Guest, but apparently this was also kind of footage here as well. Oh, and I think the music for this, he also makes Nikita. So, oh, it kind of brings me back. Oh man, the old Hello Guest alphas, they were just so creepy. Oh, there is. Hey. Oh wow. And so apparently there's also this clip of the character washing their face in the sink, but hold on. They didn't take off their hood. What are you washing, man? Look at that. You can't wash your hood. What? Wait, hold on. Look, his hand clips through the jacket. Broken. You know, I guess it makes kind of some sense, but not, I don't know. I'm wondering if these are supposed to be placeholders for people, because, you know, from Hello Neighbor 2 and Hello Guest, you have all of these like mysterious elements of like, who are these people? Who are these characters? They're all kind of cloaked in these disguises. But then in Hello Neighbor 2, you have like the full town. Nobody's really disguising themselves, but they all have secrets. So I wonder if this character, you know, just washing their face is like, the covering of the face is like, we'll design this later almost. Also, there's no water running. Hey, but look, we can make them dance. Woo! All right, what am I doing? All right, and here's some more stuff. This feels really cool. This is the balance that I'm talking about, where they have like these stylized models that are like almost detailed, but then almost cartoony. This is kind of what I more expect. You know, this looks really cool though. I like it. I mean, man, the details in this water, it's just going to show you how crazy these game engines are. I'm like, there's like evaporated water here. Like it's almost gone. And then it's like, how does the game engine render that? We got some more stuff here. Oh, they take off their like mask. Oh. Huh. Here's some more concept art here. I'm wondering what all of these things mean. I think that honestly, a lot of this concept art is to, I guess, establish the vibe. And I think that's what it is. It's like, look, it's creepy. There's, you know, like stop signs and missing heads, and it's just a little bit unusual, but I really like this style. This one, I think, is another teaser image as well. You can see the character over here, and oh, that same car. I wonder what the story of these guys are. And the, what is it? Raven Brooks is developing into just being a little bit more creepy. And wait a minute. Look at how eerie this looks. This is, I think, maybe from the Steam page, but like one of the banners. And look at how long these legs are, this arm. That is unsettling. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's a lot to take in. There's so many like little details, like the backpack, you know, some hidden trash here, you know, everything about the rocks and the trees up against this kind of like disheveled house, you know, with like all the paint being chipped off. Wow. I like it. So I think maybe these new characters are based on the Vandal of Hello Neighbor 2. You have kind of the same like the hood being covering their faces, but now they have like that sign on their face. And I don't know how to, decipher the whole Hello Neighbor language, but it seems like this would be translated almost into killer, like replace the L with the K and you have killer there. So we got some teenagers here that are trying to vandalize some stuff. The details in this are really cool. So all in all, we're kind of just in the beginning phases of Hello Neighbor 3. I'm guessing that there's going to be eventual alphas and pre-alphas and all this stuff to test. I'm excited. I am so hyped. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like the entire community of Hello Neighbor is so big. I feel like there's people who are like, you know, critical about the story, but then there's other people who just love the game. And then there's other people who like the combo of the lore and the story behind it. And it is just so like cool to see how everybody can come together, and we're just gonna see how amazing this new game is, or not. I guess, you know, we gotta be critical. If we want a good game, we gotta be critical. Nevertheless though, I am still hyped. I'm gonna break it no matter what. Me and Kokosco sitting in the back like, ha, all this game is gonna, we're gonna mod it. But how do you think this plays into the story? Because now it says that these events will unfold before you in an abandoned town, right? Is that what they said about it? Like, I think Nikita said in the devlog. So what do you think the story is gonna be? Do you think it's that we're seeing maybe the town abandoned, but maybe the neighbors stuck around to try to hide away from everything, and maybe these kids come to vandalize it, you know, and then they see the neighbor, you know, they're showing up to what they think is an empty town, they're trying to sneak into like all these houses, and then they see kind of like rumblings, and then somebody being thrown into a basement again. It brings you back to the first ever Hello Neighbor. And as a little treat, here we are again. I have kept this file that I got from the developers back in 2016 of the pre-alpha. This was before the alpha even came out for the game. This is the original game. You used to run over here. I remember that it was kind of eerie. You'd walk around trying to like wonder what's going on. Back in the day, I think it was like, it was almost the neighbor was like this kidnapper, this evil guy, you know? And you'd go to try to like go into his basement there. He'd try to kidnap you, or I guess send you back home. And you never knew anything about the story, but you just knew that you didn't have to go over there. You could just sit here and like pick up everything. You know, you just walk over, I have a shoe now, woo! And then you could, I think, place everything down. I think that's where my channel first started, was I was like, well, everybody's playing this game normally. I'm just gonna walk through and I'm gonna take this flower pot. And then you could literally just pick up everything and be like, thanks for the flower pot, man. Now I have a shoe and, I have both. I have a shoe and a flower pot. Woo! Yippee! Look at how young I was here.
I don't know. Let's just
man.
keep this here.
Has my voice changed at all? I'm trying to talk lower.
We'll sort through it later.
As you can see, I have a
Obviously,
deeper...
we're gonna start the first night. Warning, there's a jump scare right here.
Oh,
Boom,
man.
got us. Don't
Look
worry,
at how
made
different
less
it is.
scary.
So yeah, a little bit of nostalgia with that video to end it out, and I think I'll leave it here. I want to see all your thoughts and your comments down below. What are you most excited about? For me, still, it's breaking the game, which I feel like the developers are not gonna want. They're like, I don't want the players to be able to break through walls, climb things, glitch out the AI, but I'm like, yippee, maybe I can do it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I made you smile. Hopefully you had a great day today. If you ever are feeling bad, look at your boy dakblake. We can play some games together and I can cheer you up once more. And hey, if you're new, I welcome you to the channel. It has been a long time. Hey, you could be a new Hello Neighbor enthusiast. Look, you could subscribe. I'll dance. Try to subscribe today with your nose. If you could do that, I welcome you to the DAC pack as we get closer and closer to 4 million subscribers. It is mind-blowing. I thank God every day I'm able to do things like this, whether it's mods or new games or news. I hope to make you smile in every single episode. So I'll see you in that next one. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, peace out, my dudes.